is you can actually have these things like running for 8 hours before Google like cuts you off. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
And ridiculous.
It's almost like we're sitting in a room with each other.
What's up?
It's like we're sitting in a room with each other.
All right, you guys. For those of you guys who are watching the video right now on the replay or anything else, we will begin this call in about 5 minutes tops. Once I get my headphones untangled, we will get this thing rolling. Cool. Okay, so for the viewer that's on, we're going to start this thing in a few minutes. And there's going to be a replay of this as well. But I don't like to tell people that because then they just don't take it seriously. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to watch it some other time. You know, it's hilarious. Anyways, we're going to start this thing real soon. I'm still untangling headphones. I don't even know if I want to use headphones.
No. No.
Your email. So what are you guys up to? Evan, what are you up to, man?
I just had some dinner. Yeah, I just got home. Today was my last day docking out on the lakes for my little side job, and so that feels good.
That's nice.
And yeah, I just got home and planned out my day tomorrow and the weekend, and just yeah. So I only had like a couple hours before I got on here, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. How about you?
Right now, I just sent out a few emails. An email to basically the list to let them know the broadcast is starting in 5 minutes, but that was about 10 minutes ago. So we're going to start here, you guys, in just a minute, and then we'll be good to go. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to try to screen share here with you. Nick, really quick, because I never screen share. It's to the left somewhere. One of these options, control room.
Right there, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I want to give you guys some live examples as well. We'll be starting here in a second, you guys, so stick around. Just waiting for everyone else to get on. I know we're starting just a little bit late. From here on, we'll be a little bit more prompt. In the meantime, cool. All right, you guys. So we're gonna get this thing rolling. Nick, if you want to hop on real quick, introduce everyone. I think you know who they are.
All right, sweet. What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. I don't even know. Paul's got like this 4-computer setup, so I don't even know which. I'm looking at that camera, right?
Mhm.
Okay, sweet. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. We got a good training put together for you guys. Paul's going to be running the most of it, and we kind of want to go over, sales funnels, you guys. And he's going to be walking you through a step-by-step process on some principles that you can implement into your sales funnels. Now, this dude is an absolute beast, you guys. Obviously, you hear him speak on these Hangouts, you hear him speak in his videos, and he wants to show you guys kind of how to structure not only your sales funnel, but going over videos if you're making that pieces of value that you're going to be putting out there. So we got Jesse and we got Evan on the call right now. So you guys are obviously going to be up and on here in a little bit. But with that being said, you guys, I just want to pass it off to Paul, have him kind of hang out on this. You guys give you all the value. I'm going to hop back on the computer and just get to some video editing. But with that being said, you guys, I guess Paul's going to hop on and crush this for you. So you have it.
Cool. All right, so you guys, I want you to understand that with this call, not only are we going to have the people that are on right now, but this is something you can send to your friends, send to your list, share with people. That's what we do this for. This isn't to get all the people in the world, and obviously these things are going to grow. Nick and I just got serious about building MLSP, and we're serious about helping you guys build the business as well. Okay, because we understand that the opportunity here is just ridiculous. You get that, from all sorts of network marketers. You get that, oh, our comp plan's the best, or all of our shit's the best. The reality is, okay, I've never seen something that has so much tools, so much training for a network marketer slash a business owner slash affiliate marketer slash online marketer, to succeed in one place. All the tools, everything you need is here. And so that's why I've built up this serious conviction that MLSP is kind of home for us. In terms of an affiliate company, we're going to promote this till it dies. Okay, and I'm hoping it doesn't die, but we're here to stay. And so if that's the case, okay, I hope that with this video, you build up the conviction that you can actually do this seriously, and that you can make this a side income if you want, or you could simply use the tools to walk across stage at your company event. Have all those starry-eyed people looking up at you, because that was one of the things that I cared less. In all honesty, when I got started in network marketing, I didn't want the world. I saw the big checks, the fancy cars, and I didn't want all of that. I didn't. In all honesty, all I wanted was an extra $500-600 a month to help me pay for my bills. And what I wanted even more than that was the recognition. What I wanted even more than that was the praise. What I wanted even more than that, and it wasn't some egotistical thing. I just wanted to be known. But I didn't feel like that was the case, And so after I got burnt out, getting into the cold market, burnt through my warm list, burnt out on the cold market, I decided to get online, and Nick and I have been doing that ever since. Now, we're affiliate marketers. We actually made way more money now than we ever did in network marketing. Now, we're not saying, network marketing doesn't work, because we love the industry. I just haven't been involved for a year, so I'm not a network marketer. So I wanted to give you my quick background. Okay, tell you my quick story, and then I'm gonna have them share, and then I'm gonna get into this whole sales funnel thing. So if you need, for instance, if you have some open tabs, if you have something going on in the background, if you're on your phone, put that crap away. Okay, because this stuff is gonna be very, 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 very important to you, and it's actually gonna help you to build your business and take it to the next level. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not actually just telling you that so you watch the rest of the video. Reality is, you've got to stick around to the end of the video to get, what we're talking about here in a second. I'm going to teach you how to, format a high converting sales funnel. If you don't know what a sales funnel is, I'm going to explain to you here in a second. I'm actually going to even do it live here. I didn't plan too much. Okay, a lot of this is in my head. I didn't plan too much, so I'm actually going to look this stuff up on Google here and there. I'm going to show you guys some real life examples of good funnels, bad funnels, if we can find them. If it takes too long, I'm not going to, waste your time. But you've got to stick around till the end. So put everything down, put everything away, close all your other crap on your browsers, okay, and let's get to it. So my name's Paul Evcoli, 23 years old, live in Bozeman, Montana. Won't be here too long, so if you want to visit, I hate to say it, but you're going to have to do that within the next couple of months. I'm moving to Portland, Oregon here in January, which I'm really excited about. Nick's actually moving to Thailand in February. I got to, get out there and visit him. So, anyways, you guys, that's where we're at right now. That's home base for us.
I think he froze.
Yeah, I think. Hey, I think you froze there, Paul. If
Yeah,
you can
you're
hear us.
frozen. Am I frozen on your screen, Evan?
No.
Huh.
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
there
you're
you
good to
are.
go now.
So I don't know what happened there. My computer was like, "Yo, we had to restart your computer," and I think I had an automatic update, and I completely skipped on that. So hopefully you guys kept them, busy till then. I lost a few tabs there in the process, but I'm gonna do this all live for you guys here in a second. Let me just rearrange everything. Sorry about the technical issue, you guys. If you just give me 1 second, we'll get this show on the road again. Were you guys talking to him, I hope?
Not really.
Fair enough, okay.
So,
How long was I gone for? Just like a minute, right?
yeah, just a minute or two.
Cool. That's why I had the extra computer up, just in case. Anyways, let me toss this right up here so you guys can see me. All right, you guys, so for those of you guys who are watching, sorry about the issue. Basically, I'm going to get into my story, and then we're going to go from there, all right? So, number one, I'm Bozeman, Montana. I'm 23 years old. Got my start in network marketing a little over 3.5 years ago. And at the time, it was something, the reason I tell you this story is so you understand that, we've been there, we've done that. We know what works, what doesn't, okay? And, I'm going to explain to you why a sales funnel is so important for your business. But here's the deal, you guys. I got started 3.5 years ago, and at the time, it was something where I was told by my upline, hey, go make a list. And so I made a list of not 100 people, but actually 200 people. I got 8 of those people involved. All 8 quit within a matter of 3 months. And so, I was stuck dead in the water. And I was like, what the hell is going on, man? I thought this thing was going to work. I thought I was going to be rich. I just thought, if I got 8 people involved, they go do the rest of the work. Everyone is not that naive after about 2 months, right? I think you outgrow those worldly ambitions at that point in time. You start to realize you need to actually work at this. And I don't even know how I'm on the call right now with other Paul. I'm going to eject this guy right here. Okay. So, anyways, it was something that, I realized, wow, okay, this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. I actually need to develop some skills here. I can't just expect everyone to do what I did. If everyone would get 8 people on your team that just got started, God, it would be a perfect world, right? That's not how it works. So, like I said, I was burnt down on my warm market, and so I was like, okay, I called my upline, and I was like, yo, dude, because he was making like 20 grand a month. He was like 21 years old, just making ridiculous amounts of money, and for someone like that, I looked up to the kid. But he wasn't really good at actually sharing with people what he was doing. He was good at teaching people a duplicatable system, but here's the reality. It can work and it can duplicate, but if it's not efficient, 9 times out of 10, it's not really going to work too well, okay? So that's why I love the system that we're about to teach you, because you get a lot of network marketers in the industry that tell you this is a 2 to 5 year plan to retire, yet you see people that have been involved for 10 plus years. And then you ask them, why are you involved? Well, I love the industry. It's like, well, okay, well, that may be the excuse, but then why are you lying to all these people? like I hate to say it, but most people tell you it's a 2 to 5 year plan. But I realized everyone was involved for more than 2 to 5 years, and the more they built their business, the more they were stuck in what I like to call a time trap. Okay? Time trap means that the more that I build in one way, that if my business continues to grow, it requires more and more of my time to actually go and build it. So, for instance, if I get on a 3-way call with, let's say Jesse. Jesse, you have a friend named Aaron. You get Aaron on a 3-way call with me. Okay? Now, Aaron, for instance, he's not really interested. He doesn't really know much about this industry. He just heard before this is a pyramid scheme. But let's just say I'm really, really good at closing people. Okay, let's just say I get on a call with him. I absolutely murder that call. This guy's like, oh my God, this thing is amazing. I never realized how much money you can make. I never realized that this product was just phenomenal. Whatever. He just decides to get started. Now, Aaron has grandma over here, Grandma Ruth. Okay, that's a perfect grandma name. Grandma Ruth, and he's like, oh, I just got to get my grandma involved. I want to get this thing rolling. I want to get this thing off the boat. So let's do this thing. Paul, yo, can you hop on a 3-way call with me and my grandma? Because here's the deal. if I got him involved through a three-way call, well, then what's going through his head? Subconsciously, he doesn't understand that this is actually going on. He doesn't understand that it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates in network marketing, right? Here's my point. He's thinking, I need to get Paul on a call to close my grandma onto the business. And so then he goes and gets grandma on a call with me. And then literally, if you start to build in that system for about 2 to 3 weeks at a time, all right, what starts to happen? You start to lose all of your time. Because pretty soon you're on about 20 to 30 freaking three-way calls per day, and you have no time. But if you start to look back at why you got involved in the first place, what is it? Freedom. If you ask 99.9% of people that got involved in the industry, what did they get involved for? Besides making all the money, besides all the fancy, luxury things. Oh, I get an iPad as a gift. Everyone's got a freaking car bonus. Okay? Besides all that crap, why do people get involved? Freedom. Whether it's financial freedom or time freedom. They want to spend more time with their kids. They want to spend more time with their family. They want to be able to take vacations. They want to be able to, not work a job where they're stuck 40 hours a week feeling like, what am I going to do with my life? Okay? That's why I got involved. Because I didn't buy into this whole college dream. I saw too many friends spending too much money on an education that they weren't going to even use. Okay? So anyways, I called him up and I was like, hey man, this thing is not really working out for me. What do I need to do? And he said, okay, here's what you got to do. Go to this website, all right, go through the quick start training again, and make another list. And I was sitting there like, you got to be shitting me, man. I'm not going to do that again. Obviously, if it didn't work for me the first time, why would it work for me the second time? If that's the case, all I got to do is keep going and making a list of everyone that I've ever known. My middle school priest, my high school teacher. Like I'm not going to go and do that. Number one, I don't even know how I'm going to find them right now. And number two, I don't want to go, talk to people that are my freaking priests that he doesn't even want to be there. He doesn't even want to hear about what I have to offer. So now this was a dilemma for me, right? Anyways, I decided to do the next best thing. I decided to go into the cold market. I was like, all right, screw it. I don't want to talk to everybody that I ever knew. What I want to do is I want to start to cold prospect in Walmart and Target and the drive-thrus, all of these things. So I decided to go do that. I watched a couple of Cesar Rodriguez videos, learned how to do some cold prospecting, and at that point in time, I learned how to cold prospect, and this is how I was taught. Okay, so basically, you got to, within that 3-foot rule, if you see someone like, for instance, a waitress. Hey, you seem like a sharp person. Do you keep your business options open if it doesn't interfere with what you're already doing? You want to make an extra side income, yada yada yada. And, 9 times out of 10, they were just a little bit skeptical. Now, maybe I wasn't that great, but I was better than a lot of people at it, okay? Because I'm kind of an outgoing person when I'm out and about, and I'm introverted when I'm home. It's weird. I'm a mix. So here's the point, you guys. I did the cold prospecting thing, and I just got tired of it. I was like, these people don't even want to hear about it. And then when I go and hit them up, or when I give them a freaking business card, just 9 times it doesn't end up actually working out. I try to follow through, and they just don't really care. And if I did get someone involved that worked at a Walmart, well, 9 times out of 10, again, they weren't qualified. They didn't care. They didn't do anything. How many of you guys have honestly got involved in network marketing and you're like, I'm going to kill this thing, and then all of a sudden, about, let's say, 3 weeks later, you get a couple of people involved, and you're like, oh my God, they didn't do shit. They did nothing. And then you go and blame it on them. But here's the reality. It's you, okay? And it's not like you're the horrible person. It's not like you don't know what you're doing all the time, because these are methods that are taught in the online marketing, or excuse me, the network marketing space. But it's just a simple lack of information. So Nick and I went online, and we found out about how to create a capture page. We learned how to build a sales funnel. We learned how to kind of implement the both. Take the HTML from this one, toss it on there. Just grab these codes, start sending out links, start driving traffic, all of these things that took us a lot of time, effort, energy, money. And at that point in time, we actually heard about this company called MLSP. So here we are now, okay? We're actually taking this pretty seriously. We're going to be sharing with you guys on literally every single week, about 3 times a week, we're going to be on calls. And so, not only am I taking this seriously, Nick's taking this seriously. Not only is Nick taking this seriously, Jesse and Evan are taking this seriously. Okay, and they know why. The reason why is because it's going to free up a hell of a lot of time. This whole sales funnel process, okay, if you will, is going to help you to free up a ton of time in terms of prospecting, recruiting, inviting, all right, all of these things, exposure process. See, most people, you've heard that it takes 4 to 6 exposures to close someone into the business. 4 to 6 exposures. So what's that mean? If Eric Worre said it, I would say it's pretty damn credible. I mean, the guy literally just got Richard Branson to go to the next GoPro, the recruiting mastery here in Vegas, right? He's got Anthony Robbins. This guy's pretty credible. He knows his stuff. Okay, he said take on average 4 to 6 exposures. What's that mean? Well, you can spend a lot of time exposing these people all the time to get them enrolled into the business, or you can stop wasting your time and have all of these tools automate the process for you. Because every single time I send up an email follow-up, okay, not only am I providing value, not only am I building a relationship with people, but I can do that with 10,000 people at once. I can follow up with 10,000 people in a matter of 10 minutes while someone's following up with one person in a matter of 10 minutes. You see the difference? It's a very, 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 very powerful system. So that being said, I don't want to, I'm going to share with you guys how to build this, not even build it necessarily. You can learn that in the back office of MLSP, but I'm going to show you how to format a high-converting sales funnel for your business, so you understand, a little bit more of the processes, some things that I've learned, some things that Nick have learned, so that way you don't have to waste your time trying to figure this whole thing out, because we understand it can be intimidating. A lot of people just don't know what they're doing, they don't know where to start, and so I'm going to give you a starting point, and more importantly, I'm going to point you in the right direction so you can actually take action towards building your sales funnel and actually getting some real results. So with that, before I get into all of that, I want to invite Jesse onto the call. Jesse, if you want to share your story real quick, I'm going to mute my microphone here in a second. If you want to share your story, explain what you love about MLSP, not what you hate about it, because we don't want people to think that you hate it. No, I'm kidding. So share what you love about MLSP. Share what the value is in this system, at least in your point of view right now. And that's obviously going to change a month from now, a year from now. You're going to get a whole lot better. But in the meantime, you guys, really quick before Jesse speaks, I knew Jesse about almost coming up on like 2.5 years, huh? A little more actually. Crazy. She lived in Bozeman. Now she's in California. She is due in about 3 months. Correct?
Yep.
Cool. And she's living in San Diego with her husband. So I got her actually started in network marketing. I was her upline, and back then we didn't really know what we were doing, but we were trying to make some money, trying to make some things work. And so she's grown along the entire way with us, and I'm excited to welcome her onto the call. So with that, Jesse, if you want to share your story, I would love it. And take your time, you guys, because I actually have to pull these old tabs up again so I can share this stuff with you.
Okay, well, like Paul said, I met Paul back in Bozeman back in early 2013. We were going up to Kalispell for some MMA fights. Met him at the MMA gym. I remember because he carpooled with me, and I've never been to Kalispell before, and Paul's dad actually lived up there. So he was kind of giving me directions on how to get to Kalispell from Bozeman, and that was a fun time. And then back then he was doing Vima. I remember he kept passing out those little black Verve energy drinks, and I kept drinking them because they were so dang good. And that was when I first heard of MLM. Before, I'd never heard of it before, so it was pretty interesting, and that's kind of where it all began. Got involved, and yeah, that's where I got started. And now what I really like about this so far is all the training. Just the webinar last night from Ray Higdon was amazing. Like, I learned so much, and I took so many notes. I filled like 2 full pages of notes on things. And not only that, but I feel like it boosted my self-confidence a little bit in this type of stuff. Definitely a confidence booster. It made me feel good. It made me really want to get out there and go do things and be a lot more motivated than I have been. I've been using the pregnant excuse for being tired all the time, because I am, but I need to seriously start doing something, and I'm really enjoying the training so far. So that's how I got started, and that's what I really like so far. I don't know if Evan wants to go now.
Cool. I appreciate you, Jesse. So anyways, the next person I want to invite on, Jesse, if you could mute your mic just in case we don't have too much echo. Evan, and Evan is a guy I recently met online. He hit me up because he saw an ad of Nick's, and he was like, yo, dude, what's up, man? I noticed you're doing these automation things, these funnel things. What's going on? So we started talking a little bit. And he was actually telling me how he has some background in Google AdWords. And for those of you guys who don't know what that is, if you've ever seen an ad on Google, for instance, you type in how to lose weight on Google, I guarantee you'll see those little yellow ads pop up top and then over to the right? And so, that's an ad. And he actually is certified in that, which he knows more than I do about that stuff. But in the end, you know, I was talking to him, I was sharing some stuff with him. He saw a video, he liked what he had to see here. And for a guy, let's put it this way, for a guy who knows the online world pretty well, to see the type of value that he saw in MLSP, you guys, and the value that I saw after spending hundreds of dollars each and every single month to get this type of stuff rolling, is phenomenal. So with that, Evan, if you want to, you know, hop on, share your story, you know, take a little bit of time, share what you want to share, you know, share about the value, what you've learned so far, that type of stuff, I'd appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Paul. I'm Evan. I am from Minnesota. I started off my career in the Marine Corps controlling airplanes, and then I got out of the Marine Corps, and I didn't get my dream job. So I've always been business-minded, but I didn't really know like how to do things necessarily. But I knew I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and with my best friend, me and him started a travel business in the Bahamas. We moved there for a few months, and that didn't go as well as we planned. And so I moved back to Minnesota, and I got a job at a corporate place, and I was just like doing security dispatch, and I knew that I didn't want to climb up the ladder because it was leaning on the wrong building pretty much, and I knew I would never really run my own life. And so I saw my friend just like doing really well in network marketing, and I was kind of skeptical at first, and then I really saw like I saw the vision and how it can really help someone, and how much they've changed, like as people humble, like just how much they've gotten better. And I took a look, and I got started, and I absolutely fell in love. Like now that I'm getting the hang of it, I absolutely love it. And I've been doing some research on how to do advertising, and I kind of self-taught myself how to do pay-per-click on AdWords. And because if you can target your customer who's already looking, typing in what they want in Google, you're already getting a hot lead. But pay-per-click advertising is kind of expensive. And I tried that with network marketing, and yeah, I got a few customers and distributors, but it doesn't really work all that well because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So, and I kind of stopped doing, and then plus you have to check on that every day. You might get outbid, so you're in the top spot for one day, and then you're not for the second, and then you have to throw more money at it. So it's just like, okay, well, it's not sustainable. And so then I knew about sales funnels, but I didn't really understand them as like mastering them. And so when I saw Nick's ad on Facebook, I reached out, and I actually looked at it, and I saw Paul, who I've been friends with on Facebook for just a few months now. We're not super tight, but he knows his stuff, and I respect him a lot. And I saw his reviews on there. I was like, whoa, I know Paul. I'm going to reach out to him. And he showed me everything about MLSP and how he can help me. And having an automated sales funnel at any point in time where you can give a presentation when someone just opts in is amazing. There's nothing like being able to just have that up there at all times, say anywhere, and if you put it on your social media, people already know, like, and trust you, and majority of people out there do not know how to do that. So you're automatically become an authority, and they want to do business with you. It might not be MLSP, but they very well could be your network marketing company. It's just amazing for the amount of value that you can bring, not even to mention all of the training, all of the there's so much stuff in MLSP. I've just gotten started, and I'm just like overwhelmed. I'm like, wow. So I'm really excited to master more, master my techniques in sales funnels, and just really get it going. I'm really excited about this. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. So you guys, this is a team training. This is a team coaching, and that's why I had them on here. I want you guys to realize that it's not just me and Nick. It's not just these online gurus or these people that are making a lot of money in their network marketing industry, their company, whatever it is, whatever industry you're in. The reality is this can work for anyone because it's not something that isn't available to you. If you're on this call right now, you have, the tools to go and do something like this. And it's pretty simple once you actually have this broad understanding. And so right now, because I promised you guys I'd explain what a sales funnel is, for those of you guys who already know, bear with me. I'm going to explain it here really, really quick. I'm actually going to share my screen, okay? So you guys aren't going to see me. Hold on one sec. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you guys can see this, okay? Let's see here. All right, cool. So now, can you guys unmute yourself really quick and let me know if you can see this? Can you see this?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Let's see here. Stop. All right, so you guys, the first thing I want to explain is what a sales funnel is. Okay, a sales funnel is basically this selling process that allows you to automate the invite and exposure process, and even sometimes the closing process, so you don't have to worry, okay, about being there 24/7 to keep inviting people. As long as you're driving traffic meaning leads or people, okay, viewers, eyes, whatever you want to call it, people, to an offer. And in this case, that offer is going to be formatted in formatted in a way of a capture page. So if you've never heard of a capture page, I'm going to actually show you what one is, and some of you guys already know. But I'm just going to go to Google, and I'm actually going to show you exactly. I'll find one right away. If you don't find a capture page, okay, 9 times out of 10 you'll usually find an opt-in form. It's kind of the same thing. As long as there's a free offer of value, this is the start of the funnel. So I'm actually even going to go, a lot of you guys heard Ray Higdon last night. Cool, right? Let's just go to rayhigdon.com. I know for a fact he's got something. I don't know necessarily about a capture page, but I know he has something. Okay, but capture pages are very, very powerful. I'm going to show you how one looks here in a second. So for instance, if I go to rayhigdon.com, okay, you guys want to do this right now, cool. Check this out. The first thing you see on his website is a video of him explaining why you should opt into the right.
I'm Ray Higdon, and I show network marketers how to recruit more reps, get more leads, and become top earners in their network.
Kind of cheesy to me, honestly. But the dude obviously knows what he's doing. This is his blog, rayhigdon.com. Great value, great stuff. If you want to check it out, go for it. This guy earned $1 million in 3 days. Insane. So anyways, over to the right you see it says 29 sources to get leads now. Free MP3 download. Generate more leads for your business today. Now, that's a little bit broad, but because he's built up such a brand and so many people know him inside of this industry, they're going to do it anyways because they want it, because they realize he's got a lot of value to provide. Me personally, on the other hand, if I try to do something like that, it may work, but obviously I have to put it in front of the right target market, and I would actually make it even a little bit more specific. So 29 sources to get leads now, I maybe change that up to 29 sources to get leads on a consistent daily basis, 29 sources to get 5+ leads on a daily consistent basis in 10 minutes or less. That's what I'd probably say that. That's a little bit more specific. It's a little bit more attractive, but in his case, it totally works. And so if I enter my name and email, check this out, you guys. I'm going to do that right now, and you guys can still see me, correct? I just want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. Anyone? Can you guys? Because I can't see anything.
Yep, you're good.
Cool. All I can see is my screen. I don't see anything going on besides that.
Cool.
So I click on free download. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I'm actually already on his list. You can see it had a little Infusionsoft up there. Now look at this. Check out the awesome thank you offer in the video below. This is his thank you page.
Hey, this is Ray Higdon, and congratulations. You are going to receive.
So you notice these people, he's a network marketer, you guys. But this guy is on a different level. Now, most network marketers aren't trained to do this stuff. Why? Because a lot of the times it's not duplicatable. And they say in network marketing, it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. But that's why MLSP is so powerful. Because MLSP is not here to please you, make you feel like, oh, okay, well, I can just go and, talk to 2 people per day, and I'm going to be rich in a matter of a year. It does not work that way. This guy recruits he makes like 73 sales per day, bare minimum, around $30,000 a month from this blog alone. Now, you tell me, do you want to be the person who does, just doing a duplicatable system, talking about sharing the plan with 2 people a day, or do you want to be like Ray Higdon? That's the reality. And so MLSP isn't a team build. MLSP isn't an opportunity. MLSP is simply there to help you to become a leader inside of your business. They actually teach you these methods. So 9 times out of 10, it takes a little bit longer to actually get good at this stuff. But when you're good at this stuff, you're in the ranks with these types of people. You're on a different level. You're not the same person you used to be, just sharing the plan, hoping someone was going to, look at your link. And the reality is 99% of people bounce off anyways. 99% of people check out your website if they're cold traffic, if they're people that don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you, and you're simply sharing your opportunity with them. They check out your website, your company website that says, check out my Miriam product, check out my Amway product. Only spend, $100 or $90 or $60 or $40, whatever it may be. Most people don't buy that crap right away. But if you notice, when you opt into this list, not only did you get a free offer, okay, but after that offer, guess what? He offers you a $7 product. Now, why is it $7? Why? And why does he say buy now? Okay, learn how to start before you have leads, yada, yada, yada. Right, but why $7? If I go on there, I'm going to be able to buy it for $7 because there's this thing called the law of commitments. Okay, and so, for instance, it's a lot easier for any cold traffic or people that have never bought from Ray Higdon before to make a commitment at $7 after they've already opted in. That's the first commitment. They entered their email in. The second commitment is buy now at $7. So this is going to identify, this is going to allow you to segment, if you will, your list. Okay, now I've got a list of people who took the free offer, and then if people choose to buy now at $7, okay, all of a sudden I've got 2 lists. Now they buy, and I actually have them add them to a second list of buyers. Now I have people that are taking stuff for free and people that are buyers. These people that are buyers are going to be, now I can actually identify them as hyperactive buyers. So I'm getting into a lot of stuff here. I don't want to confuse you too much. If this is not making sense to you, just tune out for the next 2 minutes. Okay? But for those of you guys who understand what I'm talking about, this is some serious value. This is all what internet marketers do. They know what they're doing, obviously, because this guy makes, I bet, hundreds of sales on a $7 product, which actually allows him to pay for a lot of his ad budget if he's actually tossing money into ads to get people to come here to see this offer. So anyways, and I don't think he is, because this is his brand. Most people don't just go to, YouTube, or excuse me, Google and type in Ray Higdon unless they know who this guy is, right? But for instance, if I click buy now, okay, I'm making a commitment at $7. Now $7, it's easy because I don't think about it twice. It's an impulse buy. Okay, so Nick and I actually have our own product, okay, that we made. And I don't want you guys to get confused here. I don't want you guys to feel like, shoot, this is ridiculous. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know how to do it. Okay. I don't want you guys to feel intimidated. You don't need to do this. This is in the future. But for instance, I have this on my Instagram, right? Right now, look at that. I'm taking this training off the market in 1 day, 9 hours, 22 minutes, yada, yada, yada. It says still struggling to make money in your business using Instagram. Free PDF, right? Free PDF. They know exactly what they're getting in the offer. Teaches you how to make your first $10,000 on Instagram. So if you enter your email in, I'm going to add some weird email to my list. Okay, send me the free PDF. Oops, I guess actually, wow, that's kind of cool. It doesn't even take crap emails. I guess I'll do mine. Okay. And so once I enter that, you'll see here, my internet's a little slow, it'll take me to the next page. Is it really possible to build a list of 1,500 people and make your first $10,000 on Instagram? And so right here, you watch this video, and guess what? Through JVZoo, you have the opportunity to buy at $7. Now, we're not making any real money here at $7. The whole point of this is to simply identify who is a buyer on our list. If they're a buyer, they check this out, they're going to pay $7 because it's an impulse buy, because guess what? They have a pain point right now. They are struggling, like in that last page that I showed you, they are struggling. I even identified them. They're struggling to make money on Instagram. Well, I showed them how to. Now, this video is about 2 minutes long. And it says, by the way, your PDF is on its way to your email inbox. I know you're going to love it. But in the meantime, while you're here, so this is technically my thank you page, but it also has an offer. In the meantime, while you are here, check out yada, yada, yada. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you do buy this at $7, you get, here's some, testimonials. Here is the bonus right here. Attraction Marketing Bootcamp. And so you can actually create this page on your very own blog through MLSP. I created this on my blog, and it looks clean as hell, and guess what? They can buy it for $7, okay? But through the law of commitments, I'm actually, using this sales psychology, whatever, if you will, to get people to make the commitment at $7, and in the future, they're my buyers. They're the people that I can start to sell a $27 product to, a $47 product to $100 product, and pretty soon, if you're trying to sell them on a builder pack in your company, $500 worth of product, all you got to do is take them through the process, this law of commitments. Because once it's the hardest thing in the world to get their wallet out once, but once their wallet is out, they're that much more likely to buy from you again and again and again and again. So that's a sales funnel in its base form, okay? Now, for those of you guys who don't know how to do all that stuff, don't worry. I'm going to explain to you everything, okay? So right here, we've got a capture page, okay? The very first thing, if you have notes right now, take your notes. Please take your notes, okay? I was just giving you a little bit of background on all this cool stuff. Take your notes. I'm actually going to start for the, the normal person, the person who just got started in the online world, okay? A capture page. Now, what does a capture page look like? Okay, well, a capture page kind of looks like this. What you saw, either that, my Instagram product, Ray Higdon's, download, or right here, Ultimate Facebook Ad Template Library. This is Digital Marketer. This guy's got tons of good content. Okay, right here, copy and paste these 7 proven Facebook ad campaigns to create low-cost, high-converting ads on demand. The 11-word ad, that yada, yada, yada. You notice these check marks here, right? And by the way, just a little cool pro tip. If you're doing check marks on, why people should download your stuff for free, and it's always free in the beginning, right? You need them to make the first commitment. It needs to be, an offer that compels them to add their email to your list. That's the whole goal here. It doesn't matter whether or not, they see the page and you're like, that looks clean, it looks great. It doesn't matter. The cosmetics don't matter. This looks really nice, honestly, for capture pages. It can be the ugliest thing in the world, and you'd be surprised. It actually converts more emails. You're going to get more emails from an ugly, picture, or excuse me, an ugly, capture page, and this is a capture page, okay, than you would sometimes the pretty one that you put all the work into. Believe me, I've done it, and I'm like, holy crap, I got 30% conversions on this one, and I only got 12 on this one. What's going on? Why don't people like it? And sometimes it's just a simple tweak. Maybe I get rid of some of the text, and then it just works. You never know, but it's just tweaking, tweaking, tweaking until you finally get a really high conversion rate. So anyways, 2 of the top ones are usually the most strong ones. You notice he's got this in highlight or in bold, this one in bold, and then the middle ones can be the weakest one right here. The third one can be the weakest, and there's always 4. You're going to start to notice that the best internet marketers, they usually use 4 little check marks, and then this one's usually again, people usually read the first one and the last one, so you got to make these the most powerful. This one's got to be really attractive. So right here, our top 3 Facebook ads, they generated a combined 110,000 leads for just $1.76 a piece. Okay, that's pretty. I mean, they spend a lot of money on this stuff, so they know their stuff, right? So if I enter my email in, I'm going to be taken to a page probably where they try to sell me something. This Facebook ad template, get our free, get our template, our Facebook template for an entire only $7, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee. That's usually what they say, and a muffin, right? That's usually what they say. But then in the meantime, they're trying to sell me that. I check out my email, which again, has the actual the Facebook ad template library. Okay, so you notice they have an offer. They're trying to send me something for free to make me get that, to have me make that first commitment. Okay, so now we're into that second part. Once you actually add your email in, right here on this orange part is either the thank you page or the sales page. The thank you page can be the sales page. Okay, and on this one, you're going to try to make the sale of your product. Now, for most of you guys, you don't have a product that you can sell for $7, but with MLSP, you do. With MLSP, you have an offer for like $5, I think, minimum. And so that's going to get most people in through the door. Now, my target market for MLSP is a bunch of network marketers, because network marketers, 95% of them are struggling to generate leads and make sales. What's that mean? MLSP teaches you exactly how to do that. Okay? So if I were to use MLSP to sell them an offer right here, I would just simply use one of these MLSP campaigns. I would have something like this. Free video exposes how I was able to lose 10 pounds of belly fat in less than 30 days with miracle product. P.S. It's practically cheating. Like, that's really cool. I enter my name, I enter my email, I enter my phone number, let me in, right? Now that takes me to a sales video. Well, in this case, since I'm trying, most of you guys are trying to sell $47 products, $100 products, most people aren't going to buy that stuff, especially if they're cold traffic. So what do? Offers them something a little bit cheaper. So in this case, MLSP actually hooks you guys up with some really cool products you can sell for really cheap, so you can get people's foot in the door. And then at that point in time, you can move on to, continually upsell, 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 upsell. Like I told you, the first time you have their wallet out, it's a lot more easier to get them to spend more and more and more. Okay, now this is legitimate online marketing status. This is stuff that you don't learn in other areas. You don't teach this for free. I had to buy books for this. I had to go through online courses for this type of information. So if I were to go to MLSP and I go to the My Websites tab, in the back office of MLSP, you go to My Websites tab, you click on MLSP System Campaigns. And so when you click on that, oops, looks like mine expired. Hold on one sec, you guys. Log in. If you click on the MLSP system campaigns, you're going to see these right here. And what's really cool is you can actually use these to sell, excuse me, you can use these as your front-end offers. So you don't even have to create your own capture pages if you don't want to, but you can, okay? So for instance, if I'm trying to, let's say I have a target market of network marketers, and I want to specifically teach these people are on Instagram. What do? I send them through an Instagram capture page, something that shows them something about Instagram, because most people want to do that, right? So right here, Instant Biz Builder. You can simply click on this, and if you click on it, it's going to take me to this capture page that's actually generated. And this is your capture page. If you notice, it says Your Pal Paul. All right, that's my actual affiliate link. So right here, 10-minute per day Instagram blueprint. Notice this is very, very specific. To add 150 plus leads per month to your business for free. And they watch, they can watch this video. I don't even know if it's a video. I don't personally use it. But right here, they click for instant access. And guess what? They enter their name, email, and phone. And this actually adds them directly to your CRM in the back office as well. So now they're added to your list, which means you can actually follow up with these people. Super, super cool stuff, right? If you want to teach them how to do good on Facebook, right? I think there's like these ones right here, the social media insanity ones. Let's just check that real quick. So these are already done for you guys. This is pretty sick, right? Facebook marketing gone wild. Guaranteed traffic to your page. Free 1 hour and 45-minute training exposes a simple scientific formula one woman uses to get 25 plus fans and 36 plus leads per day on Facebook in 60 minutes or less. Notice how this is very specific. It's not just some crap like learn how to build a business online, or even funnier. I see people like, do you want to make money online? Put your email below. But what are they getting in return? I mean, even if they said, this would even be better if you said free video exposes, or free video shows, or free video explains, right? That's better because now they at least know what they're getting on the other side. See, most people, they're just like, learn how to make money online, and then they have a capture page there, and they think that's going to convert, and they probably get like 5% conversions because nobody knows what the hell they're actually getting. Right? So if you actually put your name, email, phone number in here, you're going to be taken to another video that's actually going to show you the 1:45 video, which actually upsells you on a product. So you're starting to notice, a similarity between all of these things, right? Number one, there's a capture page. It's very specific. I even saw, I was listening to a Ryan Dice audio. This guy's an internet marketer. He's a genius. He was talking about how most people are just, all their capture pages are general. Even if you say, like, for instance, I'm coming up with this at the top of my head, right? Learn how to burn fat in 10 days. That doesn't compel me. It doesn't, especially because, what if I'm not in your target market? So number one, please take notes, you guys. Number one, please take notes, okay? But number one, okay, it needs to be very specific, and it needs to be specific to your target market. Let me repeat that. It needs to be very specific. Your capture page needs to be very specific, and it needs to be specific to your market, your target market. Okay? So if I'm selling, I want to give you an example. If I'm selling a, let's say a maternity, I don't know, something from, people who are, just nursing mothers right now, nursing mothers. And obviously they want to get rid of that baby weight. Well, if I say learn how to lose, 10 pounds in 10 days, whatever, it's not very specific. Okay? And by the way, when I was actually using this is literally just something I created for the sole purpose of sharing. I don't actually have a miracle product. Okay? But if I, for instance, say, I have a product for people that are nursing mothers and they want to lose weight, well, 10 pounds in 10 days, that's whatever. But what if I said, just have a kid, question mark? Are you looking to get rid of that baby weight? Learn how you can learn how you can lose all of that belly flab, all right, in a matter of a month. Or, in a matter of a month using this, basically, this cheat, whatever. You're starting to see my point here. It needs to be very specific towards that target market. So if I got people who are struggling on Instagram, what do? Are you struggling on Instagram? Learn how to make your first $10,000 and learn how I made, yada, yada leads, whatever. But my point is, it's a little bit more specific. It's a little bit more targeted. Now, the next step. Once you have sent them through, once you've crafted your offer, you've crafted your headline, you can actually begin to send them through the thank you page. But actually, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want you guys to see something real quick, okay? Sorry about that. I want to show you guys product campaigns. Now, I was telling you about how if you don't have a $5 product to sell, to get people's foot in the door so you can continually upsell them, Okay, this is internet marketing. This isn't network marketing. Network marketing, yeah, you can go and share with people your product or service or opportunity. But if you're in the online world and you're trying to get someone you just met online to check out your video and you get back to them, you know how much work that takes? What if you had a funnel running for you 24/7? Well, all you had to do is get people's eyes, which you mastered one of the traffic methods that they train in MLSP. What if you got people's eyes in front of an offer, right? For instance, what if you got someone's eyes in front of an offer where they go through and see, you know, one of these offers? Now, here's my point. They see an offer and they opt in. Now, all of a sudden, you can actually continually follow up with those people. All right, you can follow up, and this is the most important part, right? 4 to 6 exposures to close someone in the business through email, or you know, if you want to waste, you know, in my personal opinion, if you want to actually go and phone call people, you can. But here's my point. And by the way, can everyone hear me still? I've been talking for quite a while. I just want to make sure.
You're good.
All right, cool. Mouth's getting dry. So I hope you guys are, you know, liking this so far. If it doesn't make sense to you all the way, okay, you guys can connect with me or whoever invited you on the Facebook, or excuse me, onto the Hangout, and ask them questions after. If they can't answer them, you know, we have a group called the Marketing Elite where we can answer them for you in there. But long story short, you know, if you don't have an offer that you can get someone's foot in the door, they have offers in the MLSP back office like the Facebook Advertising Mastery. I'm not 100% sure how much all of these run, but I do know that some of them are pretty cheap. Others are, you know, a little bit more pricey. But the point here is, let me try this right now. Let's see here. Posting, or maybe, hold on one second, you guys. I want to see a good one. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so right here it says how a real estate guy in foreclosure sponsored 28 people. So let me try this right here. If I click on this, shoot, I don't want just the capture page. Let's go. Maybe it's my products. I want to say it's my products somewhere around here. Hold on one second, you guys. I know it's one of these. Let's see here. Profit campaigns. That's the one. Sorry about that. Cool. So check this out. That's exactly what I was talking about. Now you have offers you can sell at certain price points without actually having to worry about creating your own product. Nick and I created our own product. Took us quite a bit of time, in all honesty. We had to learn some video editing. We had to learn all these skill sets, you know, that you don't want to waste your time on. But for instance, if you got a bunch of network marketers you're recruiting into your specific business, well, number one, you got to build up authority with them. You know, you get network marketers who try to butt heads and say, I'm going to recruit this person in my business, while, you know, this person say, I want to recruit this person in my business. And the reality is 9 times out of 10 they just don't recruit each other. So what do they end up doing? Just like, you know, it just all fizzles out and nothing ever really happens. Instead, you can actually start to market these products to people. So if I have this one, you know, for instance, 23 productivity secrets, only $9. You know what I do? I create a capture page that shows that, you know, explains 23 productivity secrets, yada, yada, yada. You know, you type up a little ebook, you type up a little free PDF, you have a little bit of free value you send to their email. In the meantime, the second page is going to be the thank you page that offers this. Or maybe even this, get prospects to buy. Or maybe even this, right? 5K in 30 days, 27 bucks, and not bad. Insta lead magic. Now this is a really cool one. If you're going to use Instagram, I would recommend sending them through a capture page. That capture page, you know, sends them a video, or, you know, you can send them something to their email, and right here you got this. So now you can upsell on this, and you actually get commissions on this, you guys. If you click on this, you're going to see right here. If you have a smartphone, you too can get 30,000 leads and yada, 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 instant access to secret video. So I'm going to do this right now, and hopefully it works for me because I'm in my back office. Okay, I want to show you guys how this looks. Oops. Okay. Oops. Okay, so right now, obviously, it's not going to work from right in my back office. But if I were to send that to someone, okay, they would see a video, and that video or that sales page would sell them on the $5 product. Now, that's instantaneously telling me they're a buyer, okay, and they're a lot more likely to buy from me in the future as opposed to getting free value, okay? So I hope I'm not, you know, I hope I'm making sense to you guys here right now. I'm going to... Hold on one second. I want to get on this real quick. I'm going to stop screen sharing for a second. Do you guys have any questions for me that, you know, the people that are watching right now, not just the people, but Evan and Jesse? Do you guys have questions for me? Maybe I'm not making 100% sense to some of you guys. In the future, I hope, you know, this starts to make a little bit more sense. But what questions do you guys have for me so far? And I'm going to get into this next step, and then we're going to be good for the night. Evan, Jesse?
So... do you think that it is? Because okay, so I was looking at some of the capture pages on there, and they have the generalized the generalized sale, it's like a small sale, $5, $7, whatever you're getting. And like for what you use, for instance, is your home picture. You're like, hey, welcome to my thing. I'll see you guys on the other side. This is what you're getting. Do you think that? Okay, so I feel like that's more personable, and then on the second page, do you sell them then, or you don't sell them on the first one, right? But you sell them on the second one. First, you give them free stuff when they opt in, right? And then you sell them on a smaller package, and then you can follow up with them for your bigger ones.
Exactly. And the reason I offer free value in the beginning, and all of you guys should too, is because you can't compete in a marketplace where you're asking everyone to buy stuff when everyone else can get stuff for free. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, everyone's so used to free stuff anymore, and I mean, I feel like even people these days are getting immune to it unless, now here's the reason, unless it's so much value on the other side, they're like, I can't simply, I can't not do this. For instance, if I'm a single mother, okay, and I've got 3 children, and, we're pretty broke all the time, okay, and I'm like, I just can't afford all this organic food all the time. Okay, I heard about this one capture page, for instance, that's my target market. She's the perfect lady. Because she wants organic food, she can't afford it. So what do? I have a capture page. If I'm trying to sell, a food product, or a food ebook that teaches you how to, make your own organic, sustainable food. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested in anything, you can type up a quick ebook, a quick PDF, share that with the world, and actually sell it for money. Like, you can actually ask for money in this world, and you'd be surprised the people that would give it to you, as long as you put it in the right front of the right target market. In my case, there's a lot of Instagram people who are struggling to make money on Instagram. What do I show them? My results, what I've actually done, how to do it, and I sell them a product that teaches them how to even further do it. But here's my point. With the free value, man, you've got to offer free value in the beginning because you need people to add themselves to your list. I can't begin to tell you how important this list building thing is, you guys, but for those of you guys on the call, the whole reason you have a sales funnel in the first place is to generate leads, number 1, and then make sales, number 2. And then number 3, follow up with those leads. Okay? So you notice this 4 to 6 exposures thing starting to come about because no matter what, as long as people get through your capture page, 95 to 99% of people that watch the sales video don't buy on the spot. Cold traffic just doesn't buy on the spot. And they say that, the fortunes, the people who are, really good at the online world, they still don't get that great numbers with cold market. They just understand how to follow up with them through email sequence till they close these people. You see what I'm saying? So you always need to offer free value in the beginning. In my case, I give them a PDF that I actually spent about 4 hours of my time typing up, showing them the numbers, giving them, in this case, you guys don't have to do all this. So if you don't feel comfortable doing all of that, you don't have to because MLSP provides all of these systems to get people to opt into your list. So it doesn't really matter. You can actually use some of those pre-created, capture pages that I was just showing you. You can use those. Forget trying to create everything. And then that actually sends them to a video that gives them the free value. But in my case, I've been around a little bit longer and I've done this a little bit longer, and that doesn't mean that you can't do it either. I just created my own product with Nick. Okay, so I had a little help here, right? We created our own product. We created our own PDF for the free value, and we used the capture pages and the tools and the training to drive traffic to the funnelizer capture page that we created in the MLSP back office, and we send them through our sales page. So number 1, we created the free PDF. Okay, the PDF explains, in my case, how to make your first $10,000 online. Okay, they're like, that's cool. So they opt in. They actually see value in that because they're struggling to make money with Instagram. Now, I'm honestly thinking, because I'm not getting the best conversions in the world on that capture page alone, either tweaking a little bit, and I only ever tweak one thing at a time. If you change up an entire capture page, you never know what the number could have been by simply tweaking the headline. The headline is huge, huge, huge. That's what you want to actually spend most of your time tweaking at all times. The headline's huge. And the way I like to think about it is, what's in it for me? What's the benefit? What is the benefit? If they don't know what the benefit is on the other side, they're not going to opt in. So they need to know what value they're getting on the other side. Okay? For instance, like I said, build a business online. That's too broad. It's too general. If I'm really hurting for money and I need it now and I want to make it online, well then, that's not going to be as cool to me, that headline, as opposed to learn how to make your first $1,000 online in a matter of less than 10 days or instantly. You know, how to, you see what I'm saying? It's a little bit more personal. It's a little bit more so. So you were telling me about my capture page being personal. It is. You don't have to make your own video. I highly recommend it if you, and that's why I'm having you guys make these videos, right, for the people that are involved in the marketing elite. I'm having you make these videos so you're comfortable in front of camera so you can actually create your own sales funnels here in the near future. So you can get on that level, okay, because anyone can do it. I used to be scared to speak on camera. Like, I was so scared. But now I'm okay with it, and it's because I've done it so many times. I've practiced it so many times, right? I've killed that fear. So, anyways, you know, anyone can do that stuff. So I hope that answers your question, Evan.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. And do you always want to have your $7 product right after that? You never want to have your bigger ones, right?
You know, I don't recommend a huge one. Now, I think anything below 30 bucks can be okay. But usually anything above that, and even the lower the better, just because it's easier to get people to buy on an impulse buy. It's a lot easier to spend $5 on the spot on something you don't really know. Like, for instance, if you never knew Frank Kern is an internet marketer, okay? And if you never heard of this guy, he has no credibility with you. So, for instance, if he says, I'm going to teach you how to do blank, okay, and you're actually learning how to do blank, are you willing to spend $200 on the spot with this guy? You don't even know him. How do you know this stuff's actually going to be good? You don't want to pull $200 out and just lose $200. $5, you don't really care. $5, $7, right? You can go into Starbucks and spend that and you don't even feel it. So the point here is, yeah, I like to send them a product because, number one, I make money on that product. I'm not losing, you know, plus I actually identify my buyers and the people who like stuff for free. See, there are two lists. And I'm not going to talk about segmenting this stuff, but when you identify a buyer, you treat that person better than you treat your mom. I'm sorry, but like, you treat that person well because that person's more than likely going to buy from you again and again and again. Okay? So you know, in your case, you may be thinking, I've never really bought much stuff online, and there's other people out there who literally buy everything and anything they see. And sometimes there's even these order form bumps where they buy the $7 thing and they're on the order form where they're going to click, you know, continue to, you know, purchase whatever, and then there's a little bump that says, you know, for this time only, one time only, okay, you're never going to see this offer again. For only $27, you can even add my product that I normally sell for $97 to the cart, you know, for $27. And I do, and by the way, you're never ever going to see this again. That's an order form, an order form bump, and it actually allows you to, you know, squeeze more money out of that transaction. Now, obviously, do this with integrity. You don't want to go and do this because you're trying to get money out of people, send them some crap that they're not going to be happy about. That ruins your relationship with the list, and they're never going to buy from you again. They're never going to buy your network marketing product for $47 to $150. They're never going to buy it from you if you send them crap. But if you sell them something that's valuable and that they actually get real value from it, it changes their business or changes their current situation, it's the solution to a pain in their life, then they're going to love you for actually sharing that with them. See, most people get stuck up in this sales stuff when they actually feel bad about selling something. Because when you feel bad about it, well, then both parties are probably going to be, you know, sitting there in the wrong, right? But if you feel good about selling something because you know it's so much value, you know what they're going to do? And the way I like to think of it now, when I sell someone into the MLSP platform, not only do I make $100 residually each month, okay, which doesn't mean too much for me. What matters to me is the relationship. But here's my point. They thank me for it. That's what I see in my head. I have this vision in my head where everyone that I ever introduce to MLSP will be thanking me for actually saving them in their business. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way I like to look at it. And that's the way you need to look at it, especially if you're selling a $5 to $7 product. There's no way in hell you should ever feel bad about that. Like, you should feel good that and that should actually provide more value than most products, just because you really need to start the relationship off well. Because if you have a good relationship with your list, that can be, you know, 5 people, 100 people, you continually build this list and you use the MLSP marketing strategies to build it. It can be 5 people, it can be 10 people, it can be 20, 100, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. There's people who have 400,000+ people on their list, okay, that they email on a regular basis. You and I both know that there's some people on your email, and I don't open too many emails. There's a few people that I always open their emails because I know I get consistent value. They've built a relationship with me. They don't know me, but I know, like, and trust them. And because I know, like, and trust them, because they followed up with me, followed through with me, gave me some real value, I open their emails all the time. And then there's those other people where it's like, you get Walmart.com that's emailing you, right? And they're just saying 15% off of this item, and you're like, God damn it, like, how do I unsubscribe, right? They don't have a relationship with you. So the whole goal here is to get people to go through a capture page for free value. On the thank you page, I would recommend selling a product through the MLSP platform. Imagine your first sale of a product like that. You can actually market that result. Learn how I sold my own $5 product and generated a lead in the process. Like, that's a marketable result, and you'd be surprised how many network marketers have never done that in their life and want to do it. And what do? You get a better result. You go and market that result. Get a better result. Go and market that result. You get a better result. Go and market that result. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's starting to make sense here. I hope it's starting to click here. Jesse, do you have any questions for me about this whole sales funnel process? And the reason I'm asking you guys questions is I want you guys to ask me questions is because, some of these questions are probably going through some of the viewers' mind here right now and in the future. And I hope everyone can, kind of follow along and understand this a little bit more.
No, not really. I've been taking my notes, and I guess I've messed around with MLSP, the back office, quite a bit. I even created my own practice funnelizer, which, by the way, I'm going to send you and just tell me what you think. So.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So for those of you guys who are the viewers, and here in the future, if you have any questions, just add me on Facebook, ask me. If someone else invited you on the call, you get back to them to get started. All right? If you're serious about this, it's a $10 freaking trial. What do you have to lose? Now, in my offer, here's a cool little bonus, a little pro tip. I know this is going to go longer than most people, but I hope you're getting tons of value. All right? As a bonus in my offer, if you were to go to, you know what, let me just share my screen. No, screw it. I don't want to. It's going to take too much time. I'll share my screen here in a second. But if you were to go to my sales page for MLSP that Nick and I created, and again, this takes time. I don't recommend doing all this stuff right away. Okay, because it's better to make money right now and then work on this stuff. And Nick and I made that mistake plenty of times than to go work on a bunch of automated processes while you actually have no traffic and you have no leads. You're not making any money. And so you could be working an entire month on setting all this up, trying to have everything perfect and pretty, or you can be getting a result, making some money, have about $1,000 coming in from whatever you're doing, bare minimum, okay, and then start to get to work on this stuff. So at least you have a little bit of a safety net there, right? People like that comfort, and that's what I highly recommend. Just working on getting a result, right? Having a funnel that's already been set up for you in the MLSP back office, grabbing that, having the capture page that's already set up for you in the MLSP back office, having that set up on your Instagram, having that on a little blog post that you created through MLSP, and then what you do from there is drive traffic. And by the way, I'm not going to talk about traffic, but that's usually the one missing key, because once you have a funnel set up and it's converting well, you set it and forget it. That's it. You set it and forget it. If I have a funnel that's converting very well, for instance, that Instagram funnel, if that's converting well, I don't touch it. All I do is drive as many eyes in front of that as I possibly can. Now that's something that we're not going to go over now. We'll probably go over it in the future, maybe a specific method. Okay, but in terms of social media, if you want to learn how to drive traffic through social media, well, all you've got to do, and now I'm going to share because I need to. All right, entire screen, share. Hopefully you guys can see me. Cool. Okay, so if I'm trying to drive traffic to a funnel, well, what do? I go to the MLSP back office. Let me see, I'm right here right now. I go to training. I go to marketing strategies. From that point on, I pick a marketing strategy, and I pick that, and I work at it, and I master it until I'm getting bare minimum 5 to 20 leads per day. Now, why are those leads important? And by the way, you drive those to a capture page that's already created. You go to my websites, right up here, right? I want to show you guys how to do this. My websites, then you go to MLSP system campaigns. You can go to MLSP campaigns. You can go to product campaigns. This is the ones where you actually sell, profit campaigns. This is the one where you actually sell your own little $5, $7, $9 product, which starts the buying process with the customer. Right? And this is, like I said, this is some upper level stuff, you guys. So I hope you guys are seeing the value here. But then once you've had that whole thing set up, and those usually convert pretty well, okay, you drive traffic. Now, traffic, in my personal opinion, is the most important thing, because you could have the best product in the world, you can have the best offer in the world, you can have the best anything in the world, But if no one knows about it, are they going to buy it? No. So what's that mean? You need to get good at driving traffic to your offer, okay, your capture page. And in this case, I highly recommend doing Facebook if you don't want to learn all this other stuff. I don't even know what meetup groups is. I still need to go through that. If you're on Periscope, learn how to do it through Periscope. If you're on Instagram, learn how to do it on Instagram. They actually have 6- and 7-figure earners, people who are generating 30+ leads per day through each one of these social media platforms, teaching you exactly how they do it. What's that mean? This should be enough value for you to realize that a $10 trial on something like this shouldn't be even a question. If that's going through your head right now, then you have some serious limiting, beliefs about yourself. You have some serious limiting beliefs about yourself. If you're thinking about, this is going to cost $150 per month, okay, yeah, that's a lot for a lot of people, but if you're thinking about that, then you know what the first thing going through your mind is? I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in the value here, and I don't believe in my ability to help others. I don't, because I've been there. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to go an entire 6-7 months without making a single sale because I lost all self-confidence because I'd gone through so many rejections because I told so many people I'd help them, and I didn't, okay? And then what happens? It starts to degrade at my, self-esteem. So now all of a sudden, I don't feel like I can make a sale because if I make a sale, I'm screwing someone over. And you notice it starts to do this downward spiral, that I don't progress anymore. And so one day, I just felt so disgusted with myself. I kept telling myself, this is not me. This is not it. I have more inside of me, and I'm going to go make something happen. And I decided to get serious, and I didn't care. By the way, when I got started, doing this whole online marketing thing, this whole, learning how to buy capture pages. I was spending not only like $300 a month, but I had no money for the bills. I didn't know how I was going to pay for all of them. I didn't. So I was just like, I don't care about the bills. I just need to keep making money. I just literally scraping on by, making just enough to pay for my products each month, right? But I didn't let that stop me. And here at MLSP, you guys have it easy. Like, you have it easy. When I found out about this, I was like, holy crap, $100 per month? Okay, what's that mean? You make one sale. You get someone on this webinar right now. Okay? You get someone on the webinar on Tuesday, our opportunity call, Wednesday MLSP webinar with someone who's making really ridiculous money using MLSP to build their MLM and MLSP. All right? You get them on this mastermind hangout on Thursday, and I promise you someone else is going to see the value. But that's up to you. How hard is it to get 3 people on a call and have one of them say yeah? What's that mean? You make $100 a month, and now you're only paying $50 a month to get literally thousands and thousands of dollars worth of value. Just the MLSP blogging platform alone, every single plugin, every single freaking theme is $100+. Like, if you were to actually go and buy these themes outside of MLSP, MLSP pays these themes and these people a premium to be on a monthly basis with them, right? For us to use their products. But you would actually pay $100 for one theme alone, about $200 for Opt-in Monster, which is an opt-in plugin for your very own website, and you get this all included for only $50 if you can get one person started. If you can't get one person started, I hate to say it, but you have some things you need to get over. There's some serious limiting beliefs, because I've been there, I know it, and I can honestly tell you that we can all do this thing, okay? If I'm here right now doing what I'm doing and you're like, this guy, oh my God, he's on a different level, he knows what he's doing, this is crazy, and you don't see yourself doing that in the near future, again, a limiting belief. What's that mean? You can do what I'm doing. Because I was that person. I was looking at all these guys like, why are they doing it and I'm not? Well, I wasn't taking action. Well, I was worried about what people thought. Well, I was worried about not getting something right. But I just realized I got to fail forward, right? Fail at this capture page thing, fail at this a little bit, fail at this social marketing thing, whatever, attraction marketing thing, until I finally make one sale. If I can make one sale, it's only $50. Okay, can you make one sale? Can you get 3 people on a freaking call with this? One of them, I guarantee you, because network marketers are hurting right now. So many network marketers are hurting, and that's exactly why they built MLSP. Okay? Anyways, next thing I want to show you guys, okay? Now, how do you drive traffic? After you've learned how to do all of this stuff, let's say you have a website, and this is one of my personal favorites. If you were on the Ray Higdon webinar last night, he talks about how a blog is very, very important, how it's actually the highest form of content. There's actually a lot of reasons for it. Not only do you own that content, but it's there forever. It's there forever. You know, with the social media posts, yeah, you may get some leads. You toss your link in there, you get some leads, you got a cool status, you get some leads. Okay, but I want you to notice something here. It's gone within the next couple of days. A blog post is there forever, and it can be shared forever. It can be shared forever. So anyone that sees value in that blog post, they're going to share it with their friends, who are going to share it with their friends, who are going to share it with their friends, and they're going to be like, holy crap, who is this, Jesse girl? Who is this Evan guy? Who is this Paul dude? They put out some real value. They share a lot of cool information. You know what? I don't know what they're doing, but I like what they're doing, and I want to figure out what they're doing so I can join it, so I can be a part of that. Because people don't follow companies, people don't follow, products unless it's Nike or Jordans. But people follow people. At least in this industry, people follow people. So anyways, once you pick one of these marketing strategies, you get good at it, all right? The next thing I like to do is I like to drive either, traffic through a blog. If you want to type up, for instance, if you learn how to do something, have a blog post, share what you learned, right? And right here you'll learn Digital Marketer. If you guys haven't seen this stuff before, it is a phenomenal blog. It teaches you all sorts of stuff. Check this out. How to generate Facebook video ad leads even if you're camera shy. Sounds pretty cool. I mean, I bet some of you guys are going to watch it. Look at this. 528 shares, 23 shares on, Twitter, LinkedIn 27. So long story short, it's kind of popular. They've got probably tons of leads from this alone. And notice in the text right here, mentioned before, there's a little link. I guarantee that takes you somewhere where you can opt in somewhere, right? And so I actually clicked on one of these links. Took me right there, right? That was the first one. Second one right here. If I click on this tripwire, which is another blog post, again, generating leads, notice how they implement it into the text. So it's less of a big old, ad saying, click on this to learn how to do it. This is actually blogging. But it takes me to a capture page. It's pretty cool. Right here, if I click on the tripwire, where is that at, right? I click on that. I think it takes me to this, like, a different post, but check this out. Download a PDF version here. And so I hope this takes me to a capture page. I think it will. Hold on. It actually takes me to the PDF. Cool. So it takes me to the PDF, and not only does the PDF, show me something, but I guarantee you what they do all the time is they upsell on something. They say, okay, learn how to take this to the next level and get our $5 product, whatever. But it gets people in the door. So anyways, let's see here. I think I don't want to take you guys on too long. I went over the capture page. I went over the thank you page. Now the follow-up, you guys. I think the follow-up is something that we're going to save for another video. Let me stop screen sharing. Can you guys see me? Cool. Hear me? You want to turn your microphones on?
Loud and clear.
Cool. Okay, so any last questions? I know for those of you guys who are still on the call, what time is it? About 9:15 here. For you guys on the East Coast, 11. Do you guys have any questions again? Evan, I feel like you're a plethora of good questions.
So yeah, I do. So can you customize those capture pages in the MLSP? I think you. So I was looking at the campaign ones. What about the sales ones?
You can't customize any of those because those are pre-formatted, but you can create your very own capture pages in the Funnelizer. If you go to my website, scroll down to the Funnelizer tab, Funnelizer beta, whatever, you click on that and you can actually create your own. Now there's a training on that in the my website, training tab. If you go to marketing strategies, you saw that Funnelizer, right? The little Funnelizer tab actually shows you how to create your very own funnels. And so it's a skill set. You actually have to learn how to do something there. I don't recommend it right away simply because it's easier to make sales. Like I said, it's easier to get to work than have something super pretty. You don't need to have something super pretty to make money. If you actually, Nick was showing me this the other day, which is crazy. But if you go to Warren Buffett's site, which is called, what's it called again? What's Warren Buffett in, what's his Berkshire Hathaway.
Berkshire Hathaway, yeah.
Go to BerkshireHathaway.com. It is quite possibly the ugliest site I've ever seen in my life. Literally, if you guys are check that out right now, it is the ugliest site I've ever seen in my life. The guy is worth more than anyone that you and I know. So my point is, it doesn't have to be pretty to make money. Rob Ford, he's a 7-figure earner. He makes so much money blogging, just blogging. He knows how to rank stuff using SEO, all sorts of online tactics, right? And he has a blog called blog.rob4 or something like that. Again, ugly website. Now, I'm a little bit, I'm one of those guys who likes to have something a little bit pretty. but I've noticed pretty doesn't always work well in terms of conversions and sales. So I have a nice looking blog, okay? Took me a lot of time to set up in the beginning. With MLSP, you guys actually have the option to go through training that teaches you how to do all this stuff without having to worry about going through the frustrations that I went through to make it pretty. But anyways, I have this blog, and I like to do exactly what Ryan Dice did. Okay, I like to post up some value. And if actually Jesse went through one of my blogs, right? And I showed you how to. What was the blog, Jesse? It was like skip $10,000, skip the $10,000 monthly income, and learn how to make $10,000 per day with this one tool. I think that was the actual post, right? And the post itself, I was actually selling people on this Aweber affiliate program. Aweber, for those of you guys who don't know, is simply just an email autoresponder. Okay, just allows you to email your list once you build it. And so I was actually selling that because I think I earned like 30% commissions. It's only $20 to get started. So I put that on my Facebook wall. I had so many reads. I think that my best one yet to date was like this Instagram post that I taught people how to. I forget. It said, turn your Instagram into a puking ATM. So I have these fancy, cool little blog post titles. I'm not trying to rank them because, I'd have to buy all the tools and learn how to do all this SEO. I don't care about that. I care about sharing value with people because if you share enough, and so much and it's very well written, or you have some valuable information in there, people are going to like it. They're going to follow you, and eventually they're going to start to share it, and it's going to become viral. So anyways, I got the most views on that, and in the middle of that post, let me just show you real quick, So I hope this is like making sense to you guys. It drives into a capture page. Now let me show you real quick one last thing, and then we're gonna hop off, you guys. Entire screen. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna do this right now. Okay. So yeah. paulivaccoli.com. I actually bought this domain. This is my website. I paid for the hosting, but I got this actually before MLSP Sites was released. So now you can make your site literally look exactly like this using MLSP Sites, your very own website where you can post all of your content, all of your stuff, everything you're learning. By the way, like I mentioned last night, all you got to do if you don't know what to write about, what to share, what value you can provide, all right? Here's my point. MLSP provides training. What do you do with that training? If anything else, rip off and duplicate. You share exactly what you learn and literally take, I would even almost say almost word for word. Put it in a little bit your own words, right? But word for word, you can share what you learn, and then guess what? You share that with the world through multiple, social media sites. Be everywhere. Take a Snapchat picture. Post a picture of it on Instagram. Post it on Facebook. People see that, and if it's good content, you'll know because people will like it and share it. Okay? There's plugins that'll show you how many people. Right here, watch. Cracking the Instagram code. 5 steps to turning Instagram into a puking ATM. Now, if you click on this. Hold on one second. Right? Shows you right here. You can share it. Hold on. Hide. Check this out, you guys. I had like 43 freaking shares. 43 shares on Facebook. I don't have any friends on Twitter, apparently, or Google, and this is just a like. But 43 shares on this blog post alone. I mean, that's a lot of engagement for random people to be watching and reading my stuff. So I go through, really cool stuff I've learned. First, we need to get some Instagram housekeeping done, find a product to sell. I have affiliate links, right? Affiliate sites like ClickBank or JVZoo. If you don't know much about affiliate marketing and don't want to go through the hassle of finding a product to sell, here's a high-converting product you can sell to network marketers and online marketers. You click on that right there, it takes you to a capture page. So I hope this is starting to make sense to you guys. Next one. Okay, show them some examples. Right here. Learn how to build a sale. So now you have to understand that I don't just take people and toss them straight to my offer in the beginning. I send them through a process called the sales funnel, which leads to higher conversion rates. In other words, I have people add themselves to my list and turn them into buyers by taking them through a psychological selling formula. Right? If you want to learn how to build a sales funnel, click here to watch the video. You click there. Would you look at that? Learn how to build your list of loyal followers online and turn them into paying customers. Now I have something funny here just so people feel like they can relate. You're adding yourself to my list right now, and if you don't get tremendous value on the next page, no worries. You can simply unsubscribe, and you get a free pass to call me one curse word. Okay? So you can be creative. You can literally be yourself, and you'd be surprised. Like, people love that crap, But you notice I tossed a capture page, not straight up like a big old ad. Let me stop, sharing. I didn't toss like a big old ad on there saying opt into my list for whatever. I simply said, I actually added it into the content in kind of a sneaky way. I said, learn how to do this, because I told them, what I like to do when I'm, tossing people through an offer on Instagram, okay, is blank. And if you don't know how to do that, click here to learn. Like, that is it. Like, you'd be surprised how many people clicked on that and went through it. And I actually have the stats back there and all of that stuff. And you can do the exact same thing with your very own MLSP customizable site. So you're starting to realize how powerful that is. And I spent, by the way, a couple $100 just to get that site up and running. like I actually had to spend money on that out of pocket outside of MLSP. So, and that was before MLSP, okay? Now it looks all cool and everything, but you can do the exact same thing, which is super cool. And guess what? You have the funnelizer. You can create your own capture pages. You want to learn how to do that, you simply go to, what's the tab? The training tab, down to the marketing strategies. From there, funnelizer. You click on funnelizer, you learn how to do that. So anyways, any last questions before we hop off? I hope we got some value here. I hope you guys learned something about, learning how to, create a capture page that converts a little bit better. In my personal opinion, I don't recommend it right away. I just wanted you guys to understand that there are certain methods to converting higher. There are certain methods to making more money in terms of sending to a thank you page. The thank you page doesn't need to be anything special. The last thing I'm going to show, and I know I keep going off, but the last thing I'm going to show, if you don't want to set up, something where you want to sell something right away, okay, but you just want to send them to a video of yours for your company specifically, I actually made one here on this. So I'm going to do one last time. I don't know why I stopped sharing my screen. And then we can go on to Q&A, and then we'll be off the call. And I know this is a long one, but I really wanted to toss a lot of stuff in there, you guys. So let's see here. This one right here, I think, right here, cool. I'm joking. So, right here. So if you actually do this, let me do this right now, okay? So this is a sales funnel that I just made as an example. I don't actually use this. Need to get rid of this. Hold on. So, right there. All right, I add all that information in. I say, let me in. This takes me to, congrats, you're in. Your free video training is on its way. And I think I even had a typo in this just because I made it super quick. It's on its way to your email inbox right now. Before you go, check out these awesome success stories. So I actually didn't get rid of the offer. But instantly it takes me to an Amway Neutralite sales video with testimonials ready. Look. So if you want to set something up this simple, you can do it. If you want to use a capture page from MLSP that's already pre-formatted for MLSP, you can do it. But it's so simple. All you need to do is go through the training and you'll learn how to do this.
Just solving the symptom. It's about solving scientific, genetic.
So, you notice how I said your free training video is on its way to your email inbox? This is just testimonials. The training video actually goes into the science. That may be a 30-minute long video, but it's sent to their email inbox through an email autoresponder that I hooked up to that last capture page, which actually, when they type their email in, they're instantly added to my list. So whether or not they actually exit from this page and they don't do crap at all, okay, I have them on my list, and I actually can continually follow up with them. Let's say someone knocks on the door right now. Let's say, my girlfriend asked me to go out for dinner, and I'm hungry, and I don't feel like watching this entire 30-minute video, 2-minute video, whatever video, okay? And I don't finish watching this thing, and I actually don't ever end up buying. And actually, like I said, 95 to 97% of people don't on the spot. That's okay, because 70% of the sales that you make are going to actually be through follow-up. And this is why, a list building software is so important. And that's actually why I typed up that article. If you haven't read that article, you go paulibacoli.com, check it out. Okay, I typed up an entire article on that reason. Now, if you were invited by someone else, don't opt into anything I said. In that article, it just shows you why it's so important. And so I don't want to explain it all here. But if you go to paulibacoli.com, you can check that out. Just don't opt into anything, okay, if you were, invited by someone, okay, because I don't want you to be starting up with me if someone else was going to, have you start up with them. Anyways, you can click right here after that. I want the product, right? Pretty simple stuff, you guys. Like, this is the simplest it gets in sales funnels. And right here, order form page. Now, this would obviously be an order for page to, your product or whatever. In this case, I just, tossed MLSP in there. But is this all making sense to you guys?
Yep.
Cool. And I know, for the viewers that are still on, I appreciate you guys. It's been a long call. I hope you guys took plenty of notes. Capture page, just make it super specific. thank you page. You can either toss an offer up there for $5 to $7 through MLSP to get people in the door, make some money, okay? And that way you can segment from there. If you don't know how to segment, you can learn how to do it through Google. It's pretty simple stuff, you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. And so automatically you've got, this process, right? You've got this funnel set up. Once the funnel is set up, you set it and forget it. Unless it's not converting well, you can keep tweaking little things here and there. Don't tweak an entire capture page at a time. If you have one capture page, you're like, it's only converting at 12%, which the stats show in the funnelizer. The stats will show, if you use one of those pre-formatted capture pages. In terms of actually having a capture page up, you don't need to go and tweak everything. Just tweak the headline, maybe a couple of words. You'd be surprised the conversion rates would change dramatically, or drastically, I was going to say. But they're going to, they could change like crazy. Maybe an image just isn't doing too well. I've noticed that you actually get a little bit better conversions when they see the opt-in form right away, as opposed to a bunch of pictures and a bunch of headline and yada, 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 as opposed to just having, learn how to do whatever in yada, 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 make it specific, and then as long as they see the box in their phone, you're good to go. Like, it's not, it's not rocket science here. Just tweak one thing at a time on the same capture page. If one capture page after like 3-4 tweaks isn't working completely well, okay, well then just change the capture page completely. And then tweak that one until you get, 20 to 30% conversions. What's that mean then? Set it, forget it. Learn a traffic method in the MLSP training tab from marketing strategies and drive as many people and as many eyes to that offer. Continually build your list. Have an email follow-up sequence to follow up with these people until they buy. Because once they're on your list, and here's the last point I'm going to make, once someone's on your list, they only have one of two options. First option, okay, they buy. Now they either buy now, they buy a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 3 years from now. They're going to buy as long as they're on your list. Or number two, they unsubscribe. And that's okay. You want the people who are unsubscribers, people who just don't want to be there. I unsubscribe to people all the time. It's okay. I don't want to be on their list. I want to be on some people's list. I resonate with some people. I respond to some people. Some people I don't. You want the people who are unsubscribed to unsubscribe anyways. And so as long as you're continually building your list and driving eyes in front of an offer, you're good to go. You're already in the game. This is technically internet marketing direct selling, which is, in this case, direct response selling at its finest. Like I just shared with you guys exactly how to set up a sales funnel. Okay, it's not difficult. And if you want more training on that, there's actually training in the back office. You're gonna learn how to do all this stuff. So, anyways, any last questions before we get off this call? Jesse's just like, I'm pregnant. I need to get off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the funnelizer training and I'll let you know.
Cool. All right.
Appreciate you.
Hold on one second. Just checking to see if anyone else had questions from Facebook. Cool. All right, cool, awesome, you guys. So I appreciate you guys for being on the call. We're gonna, hop off this thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually have the link to this. I'm gonna toss it in the Marketing Elite group. You guys can share it with your homies. You can share it with people if they want to learn how to create a sales page, a sales funnel. And if they do, you can simply say, do you want to learn how to create a format, a high converting sales funnel? They're gonna be like, yeah, what is that? It's pretty simple, man. They're gonna explain in the video. It's not that difficult. I think not everyone's completely, slow in the head, and I think they would be able to understand this once they go through it. And if you didn't understand all of it, don't worry. Don't think you're stupid or anything. You're just not privy to these things. You've never understood them before or seen them. I try to break it down as best I could, but I don't really teach how to build sales funnels often. So that being said, thank you guys so much for being on the call. The replay link is going to be on the Marketing Elite group. If you're not a part of the Marketing Elite group and you want to be, all right, to get involved, to get started, it's only $10. $10 to start, literally. So whoever invited you on this call, if you're watching a replay of this wherever, all right, $10 to start. All you got to do is get back in contact with the person who invited you on the call. Get your start for $10. And like I said, if you can't get started on $10, there's some limiting beliefs you've got to overcome because there's too much value here. And I'm not talking about you should buy my product because you're going to look 5 years younger, putting this makeup on your face or cream on your face. I'm not talking about network marketing stuff. I'm talking legitimate value in terms of helping you build whatever business you're currently building, the amount of tools and training And more importantly than both, the community is ridiculous. It's phenomenal. Right now in the Marketing Elite, we just started this group. We already have like 90 members. And so many of those people are so active. They're sharing all their videos. And I'm just like so pumped up because the first time in my life I've had a group where people are legitimately excited about sharing what they know and what they've learned with the group. Now, I'm really tired right now. So after this call, because I made a commitment, I'm going to actually make a video and post it in the Marketing Elite group. And with that being said, once you get started, you'll be able to do the same thing. You'll be able to go through the quick start training. You're going to start to make your videos. You're going to start to build up your confidence. And by day 7, you're going to be a completely different person than when you got started. So with that, thank you guys so much for your time. And we will see you on the next call. The next call is going to be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, wherever you're at, you know, just make sure you're on at the right time. We're actually going to have a live call. It's called, you know, it's going to be an opportunity call. I don't know exactly what we're going to title it yet. And I don't know exactly who's going to be on it yet, but it's going to be great. Okay, and so if you decide to get started now on Tuesday, you can invite your, you know, couple of people in your team to get on this call. And if you can get 3 people on a call, I almost can guarantee you're going to get 1 person started, unless you completely don't follow up. If you follow up with them, say, what did you like about that call? What value did you see? Like, I kid you not, you're going to be able to get people started. At least 1 out of 3, bare minimum. If you can do that, your product's practically paid for. Right? Your product's paid for. So until then, we'll see you guys on the Tuesday call. And just know I love all of you guys, and I'll be keeping in touch with you through the Marketing Elite.